Hey, I'm wondering who's around right now. If you're around, come on. I love saying, come on in the room. Come on in, let me know you're here. I'm just curious as to who is in social media land today. If you're here, tell me you're here. I think I'm streaming. You guys know I stream when I do it this way, I stream to a couple of platforms. But I'm just wondering if anybody's around tonight. Let me know if you're here. I would love to chat with you tonight. I had a quick revelation that I felt led to share. And so I wanted to come on real quick. Hey, Owens. I wanted to come on real quick, guys. I'm not going to be long. Y'all can see I'm still in my good church clothes. Y'all know I don't never get on here in church clothes. So believe me, I didn't dress up for y'all. I just came from church. We had service and then we had our Sunday school service after that. And so then I'm just getting home. Well, I situated dinner and stuff for the kids and all of that, but I wanted to get on real quick because I had a quick revelation that I had to share. And I first got to say thank you so much to Apostle Rachel, who was my co-facilitator this week in a thing we did Friday and Saturday, because me and her were her and I, excuse me, were talking via inbox. And as she was sharing with me, hey Terry, hey Owens, as she was sharing with me, I got such a revelation that I wanted to share with you guys. For you guys who know, a few of you have taken the classes that the Lord has led me to take. Led me to lead over the past couple of months. And I am honored that you guys sign up for these classes. I'm telling you, it blows my mind every time I see people's faces on the screen when I have facilitators or even myself, when you come in and get this teaching and development that the Lord has instructed us to give. Hi, hey, Pastor Yashima. And so I wanted to first say thank you so much for those of you who feel like, you know what, I need some more training, I need some more development. And over the past few months, as the Lord has led me to do things, you guys have signed up. And honestly, from your feedback, I'm not going to say from your feedback, you have been blessed and you've learned so much. I've heard testimonies of what people have learned over the past couple of months. And so I'm excited. Hey, cousin, how are you? But I wanted to get on real quick because I thought this, but I didn't think this until Apostle Rachel slid up in my inbox. And I was like, let me just share this. Let me tell y'all, anytime that I do a class, when I say I never have a problem with people signing up, I never have a problem with people signing up. It even it looks like it be looking like a certain way, but then I never have a problem. So I'm grateful, to God be the glory. But I have noticed that based on the topics that the Lord gives me to share, the enemy, and we don't give him credit or anything of that nature, but I notice he kind of gets involved. Anytime that it's a major shift about to happen for the kingdom and the people of God, I notice how the enemy kind of gets entangled in things and have people stuck and stagnant in their old beliefs. And so you guys know, I first of all, I am doing a class tomorrow with my mentor, Apostle Dewan Holmes. Good evening, Apostle. Rachel, I just said literally, I just talked about you. I said Apostle Rachel was inboxing me, and literally the Lord, something hit me. And I said, I just had to come on and share this quick revelation. And so you guys know I'm doing a class tomorrow with my mentor, Apostle Dwan Holmes, and I've shared you guys the story of how the Lord connected us in the middle of the pandemic. I have been following her for years. Then the Lord sent me to Jacksonville to meet her and confirmed everything he had said to me. In that time or whatever. And since then, yes, there is a class tomorrow. Apostle Dewan has our connection, because again, it when you're mentor mentee, you guys know I have a leader, I have an apostle, and I have a spiritual mother. Apostle Dewan is my mentor. I got to make sure I clarify that, because in churchdom, you guys start replacing stuff and changing stuff. I have a leader, and my leader approved me because he felt like I was mature enough to have a mentor, because I would understand what God is doing and how he's doing it. And I would be mature enough to understand who my leader is and who my mentor is. So let me say that first, because some of y'all run around here, you got 20 voices in your ear. That's another story for another day. So anyway, but I noticed, because again, there's a lot happening in the world, and you guys know my mandate is the marketplace. That's my mandate. That's why the Lord connected me to my mentor. And so I said, my mentor, who's extremely busy, like literally, I don't even know if she's back in Florida yet, because she was in Atlanta this weekend. Or whatever. I got her to book to come do a class for me. You guys know she's a teacher extraordinaire. She's an apostle. She trains and develops other apostles and prophets. She's like no other. And she's been talking about this marketplace ministry for over 10 years before it was popular. So let me say that first. Before it was even popular, she was talking about the call to marketplace ministry and had been training and developing marketplace leaders for years. So let me just say that. And so the revelation I had is, okay, God, like you gave me access to this person, because again, you guys have to understand that when you have access to a person, that's an honor, that's a privilege that the Lord would give you access to someone who has such a wealth of knowledge and information. And you guys know, over the past couple of months, I have been having, honestly, I have yet to have someone who is not an apostle come on my platform. Pretty much everyone that he's connected to me to is an apostolic leader. And so I just wanted to talk about the fact that it's an honor and a privilege that he would even give me that type of access to her. And so I said, I want, because I get so much from you, because you have shifted and changed my life in such a short period of time. I want to give people that kind of access. And so I said, she said, okay, let's do it. I'm going to block some time out. And I looked today and I am shocked. I'm going to tell y'all straight up, I am shocked that this class is not sold out. I am shocked. I am shocked, because I know the mandate that the Lord has called the church to the marketplace. I know the mandate. I'm very clear about the mandate. I know what God has called and assigned the church to come do in the marketplace. And so I'm like, okay, God, this has never happened before. Like, I've never had this issue. And Apostle Rachel in my inbox, as she's talking and stuff, I said, I know what I know, because I know I hear God. Why is it this time that I don't have what I expect? Because, I'm a person of expectation. And as I was texting back and forth with Apostle Rachel, literally the revelation hit me. I posted a few days ago how there are some people, God wants to send us and give us the promised land, but there are people who are still stuck and want to be in Egypt. And when he said it to me the other day, I didn't connect the dots. The Lord speaks to me. I mean, I didn't connect until, as I was having that dialogue in my inbox, I said, that's it. There are some of you who are so stuck in tradition and so stuck in what you know, that you are not willing to step outside the box for God to do something new. Let me say that again. And I'm telling y'all, I've been there, so I know this flavor of how the enemy works. When God wants to elevate your thinking, he presents something that is totally out the box that you would not expect. And it's like, think about it. We've been in this pandemic talking about marketplace ministry, especially in the pandemic, for 2 years. We've been home. Actually, 3/13/2020 is the day that they said kids were kicked out of school. We are on 313 at this point. I picked up my kids on 3/13/2020, and they gave them laptops and said, "You gone." We've been talking about this for 2 years. 2 years. There are so many people, when I ask them to give me the definition of marketplace ministry, they have no clue. Yet and still, the Lord would give us access to a kingdom vessel that most of you don't have access to, who is an author. She, even before the pandemic really hit, I got my books here because I've been studying even some more because of, again, she's my mentor. Let me be clear with this too. When you claim someone to be your mentor, you're supposed to support what they're doing. Let me say that. While they're pouring into you, it should be reciprocal. So before she became my mentor, I bought the book, The Global Call to Marketplace Ministry, right? She wasn't my mentor then. I bought the book because the Lord told me to buy the book. Not only did I buy the book, I got the Audible because if you know my mentor, her voice is powerful and she's an apostle. So I wanted to hear the voice and how she was talking and articulating in the Audible book. So then I could hear, I knew it would hit my belly when I heard it. And it did. I had the Audible before I had the written book. So then I got the written book, the Audible. I wrote a review, did all those things. That's kind of how we connected. Just before I even asked her to do the class, she was already working on some other stuff for Marketplace. Bam, here it goes. The Marketplace, the Global Call to Marketplace Ministry Teaching Manual. Again, I bought it. I ain't getting it for free. I'm a mentee. I want everything that the Lord, everything he poured on her, I expect it. So let me say that. I bought the book the day it dropped. Now there's another addition to this sequel with the journal. I didn't order the journal yet because I looked, it just came out today. I got to get on Amazon and I got to order it so I can have the three together. What am I saying to you? We have a learned apostle who not only is talking marketplace ministry, but this is her life. This is what she does. She used to be a television broadcaster. She has built up, she has multiple businesses. She's an author of multiple books. This is what she does. And she builds other people. We have access to her tomorrow night to pick her brain, to hear what the Lord is saying. Because again, she's an apostle. So there's a mandate that the Lord is giving his people in this time that is in her belly. And I'm just wondering why this class ain't sold out. She not an apostle who got her paperwork off of Instagram or wherever, the 24-hour I'm an apostle thing. There is fruit from her works. Because there's a lot of people talking about, I'm marketplace ministry because they sell potato chips and banana pudding, and because now they sell a couple of t-shirts. When this woman not only is learned and been doing this over 10 years, she has fruit. And like I told you guys on a post the other week, I really locked in November. I locked in and I said, I'm just going to do whatever you tell me to do. If you know anything about me, see, I learned this from my apostle. When I am gleaning from someone, whatever you tell me to do and it's in line with God's word, I'm doing it. I ain't asking a whole bunch of questions unless I don't understand. You tell me to jump high, I say how high. Listen, because at the end of the day, that oil, I need something from that for me. That's just me. That's how I roll with mentorship. I know everybody else do something different, but if I say that you're my mentor, I am sitting attentively waiting for the oil to drop. That's just me. So anyway, I'm like, well, God, I really can't connect. Like, this woman is who she is. She got fruit. People listen to her stuff all the time. I've never, when I say never had a problem, I've never had a problem getting registrants for a class. If I told y'all that I was going to sit and prophesy to everybody on the line tomorrow, the class would be packed. If I said that you could come on and I'm going to give you a word, the class would be packed. We take for granted that a lot of times prophecy is learning. What I mean by that? Because as you are gleaning, the Lord is then downloading to shift and change your life. Some of you guys were supposed to do some things in the marketplace for years. You don't know the right people. You don't understand the language. You're not even set up the correct way, but yet and still you have access to something, and you're sitting trying to figure out what you should be doing. Some of you guys just running around getting LLCs and flyers and saying you're doing marketplace ministry when you have no impact at all. I don't care how anointed you are. You got to be anointed and learned. You got to be anointed and study. The Bible says you should study to show yourself approved. Some of y'all don't want to study. I'm just going to say it what it is. And I'm saying that because I know, you want to know how many text messages and inboxes I get from people? Oh my God, who that? See, I'm going to help y'all out here because I ain't trying to come for nobody. I'm just speaking facts. Everybody ask me, oh my God, who's doing your branding and your, what you call it, in your flyers? Guess who doing my stuff, y'all? My mentor. See, how many of y'all got marketplace mentors that who got people who could do this stuff? See, let me break this down here. My mentor is assisting me with my branding and my messaging and my marketing. My mentor, the one that's coming on tomorrow, who a lot of y'all say, oh my God, I need help with my branding. I don't know about my messaging. Who's my audience? Guess who has assisted me with that? My mentor, the apostle. But like I said, we have to understand, we got to be a learned people. Yes, the Lord will download and the Lord will give you strategy. But what I don't understand about us is you got to know what the Lord is talking about when he says it to you. The Lord is not going to talk to you in Spanish if you don't understand it. I'm just using that as an example. Why would the Lord talk to you about what needs to happen in the marketplace when you don't know nothing about marketplace? You don't know nothing about a stock or bond. You don't know nothing about a boardroom. You don't know nothing about what's happening in the world. You know nothing about the arts. You know nothing about business. You know nothing. And again, it's not that you can't learn. That's the beauty of studying. That's the beauty of relationship. That's the beauty of connection, is that the Lord will tell you to do something, and then he will align you with the resources to get it done. So while you're learning. And so again, as I'm even talking and the Lord is giving me even more revelation, I realize we don't understand how important it is for us to be impactful in the marketplace. We really, truly, we haven't even tapped into that yet, because it's not about you making money for yourself. It's not about you driving a fancy car. It's not about you getting a house. It's not about you stunting on somebody. The reason why the Lord wants us to become knowledgeable and have the wisdom and the insight to take over the marketplace is because how can his kingdom really come on earth when we cut him out of where we spend most of our time? Most of us right now, I only physically go to a church building on Sundays. I'm in church maybe 2 to 3 hours on a Sunday. Bible study is on Zoom. Other than that, I'm not in the church house like that. How is it that you can preach and prophesy on Sunday for 2 or 3 hours, but on Monday, Tuesday, there's no impact where you go? That's marketplace ministry. That it's not about filling your pockets. And I think, honestly, thank you, Holy Ghost. This is why I'm sitting here baffled at Who doesn't want to impact the kingdom? Who doesn't want to do it God's way? Who doesn't want to make sure we're, as according to the flyer, we're leveraging God's voice in the marketplace? Some of you guys, the only marketplace y'all know is doing Facebook Lives and putting your Cash App up. That's the only marketplace you know. If I ask you what's happening in the justice system right now, you like, what? You don't have a clue. If I ask you what's happening in the healthcare system right now, you don't have a clue. If I ask you what are your prayer target points, and again, this is marketplace ministry. Let me be clear. If I ask you what's happening in our education system with our children, and what is the Lord telling you about that, and that coupled with what's actually happening, I'm just talking. I had a revelation. Some of us, I'm going to say some because I'm telling y'all, it was me. It was me, it was me, it was me, because I was so frustrated because I couldn't understand God. Like, what is this exactly? And what do you want me to do? And how? Like, I haven't arrived. I'm in a learning stance. The reason why I got my mentor to do this class tomorrow is because, again, as I stated, I am constantly sitting at the feet of those who know more than I do, gleaning. And I'm a whole earned doctor. When I say I'm a whole earned doctor, I got 3 degrees and I'm always in somebody's classroom. Not because I like it, but because I understand my assignment. And when you're sold out about your assignment, you're going to always make sure you're in a learning stance, because guess what? The world is changing. And let's be honest, the world is full of us people, and people are fickle. I could change. I could say I'm gonna do something today and change my mind tomorrow. That's just what it is. And so, as I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, Lord, why is there a fight to get people into a class that I know you told me to do, but I've never had this problem before? And the issue is some, not all of us, because I'm not even putting myself in that category. Some are not ready to do kingdom. Some are still ready to do church. Some are more comfortable bucking and shouting on Sundays and being broke on Mondays, and not really truly filtering resources into the kingdom for us to do the work we're supposed to do, because you're comfortable with Sunday. That's it right there. Some of you, if you ask yourself, because it, thank you, Holy Ghost, we're all called to the marketplace. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you work in a hospital, whether you are a CEO, or whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, we spend more time in the marketplace than we do in church buildings. 35, 40 hours a week. Some of us are doing overtime. Let's be honest, with the way the economy and inflation is, some people working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs, and you have no impact where you are. And so again, when I ask the question, like, why this class ain't full, I'm shocked. Especially because, look, I can understand if I was teaching a class, because I know I ain't the most likable person. I get it. That's another story for another day. But anytime I do something, I'm pulling out experts. I'm not pulling out people who got degrees online and who say they something that they not. I mean, if I see another life coach who can not spell, I'm just being honest, I don't get fly by night people. You gotta be entrenched in this thing. Whatever I'm asking you to teach, you got to be entrenched. So the Lord has aligned me and given me access to some of his choicest vessels. But yet this class ain't full. I'm just shocked. So I just wanted to come on and share my revelation and share my heart, because at the end of the day, If we don't take advantage of what the Lord is giving us now, it may not, the time may not come around again. The fact, like I said, that Apostle Dewan was even available to do tomorrow, and truth be told, I'm like, okay, God, because the woman of God just came back from Atlanta. She got her own church on Sundays. Y'all know Monday's supposed to be the Sabbath. It's supposed to be rest day for leaders. She's a leader. She's a whole leader. She got people. And I'm like, I don't want to inconvenience the woman of God if the people ain't ready. That's just me. Because I understand her assignment, and she's so full of knowledge and information that I don't want it to be wasted. Because if you know anything about apostles, about the apostolic, about the sent ones, about those who can, the builders, the pioneers, because again, she's all of that. She's all of that. And what I love about her, and I'm just going to say this because this is what I love about her. She's a single mom. She's divorced. And she's doing it God's way. There's some of you who are single mothers like, how can I build anything? I don't have no money. Are you leveraging God's voice? There's some of you, you ain't got two nickels to rub together, but God is giving you something to do. And you're like, well, how am I do that? I can't do that because this other person on Instagram, she doing 5,000 reels and she offering this and offering that. I don't even know the first thing to do. That's why God aligns us with people who know more than we do. But we have to be secure enough and positioned to hear when God is talking. And so that's all I wanted to say. Because again, like I said, it just baffles me that because I don't normally look to see the registration or anything like that. I just do it and let God be God. However, I was just like, wait a minute, because I have it where it's set up where once the class is sold out, it'll tell me, like, oh, that's another thing too. Because a lot of y'all be contacting me like, how you do this and how you did this. Oh, my mentor taught me. How I be making money while I'm asleep? Oh, my mentor taught me. Oh, and I make money while I sleep and I pay business tithes. My mentor taught me. Oh, that same mentor that I'm giving y'all access to. That's who taught me. I don't work hard. Y'all might think I work hard, but I don't work hard because I'm leveraging God's voice because my mentor taught me. So that's all I wanted to say, because I don't want us to get stuck in tradition that we miss this next move. And again, excuse me, next move is so cliche. I don't want to say that because we already in a move. Some of us are already in a move. Some of you are still trying to catch up. So let me be clear. Some of us are already in a move of God. And some of you are just trying to catch up. And let me tell you this, because y'all think, and I say y'all loosely, y'all know how I talk. It's just what it is. Y'all know how I talk. Yeah, I got a whole earned doctorate. I can talk proper. I could do the whole thing or whatever. I'm a learned person. But this ain't that thing today. I'm talking to y'all. Or whatever. Talking to y'all. This, what we got right now, y'all still talking about that Russia, Ukraine, whatever going on over there. Y'all have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. You have no idea what's about to happen to the economy and the stock market. You have no idea what's about to happen to some of y'all jobs. That's Marketplace. You'll have no idea. You think, oh, I can walk around now without my mask on. Things are looking good. We are in a decade that is going to shake up the kingdom of God and the kingdom of darkness. What I mean by that is, because the Lord is raising up some intercessors and prayer warriors, and I'm telling you, He raised them up. We busting them and knocking them down and dismantling. We doing what God called us to do. But then there are others who are going to be lost because we're still trying to figure out whether or not we have what it takes to do what God told us to do. And so that's all I wanted to say today. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know if all of a sudden people are going to sign up or something. That ain't even really the thing. Like I said, I'm not wasting my mentor's time at all. So if it doesn't look the way I need it to look, I'm not wasting my mentor's time. This has nothing to do with money. Because again, I told y'all, I got a whole job and I already make six figures. I'm not running around here lying, telling people I'm making six figures and I'm going to make you a millionaire. I don't have to do all of that. The Lord takes care of me. I do these classes because this is the instruction and the assignment he's given me. Because half of the things, let's be honest, half of the things he's telling me to teach people on and do whatever, I get good teaching where I am. My apostle, before I even had a mentor, my apostle, Dr. Stanley J. Garrell, he been teaching me since the time I've been there, 12 years this year. I get good teaching. So let me be clear. But what I've noticed is, and what the Lord has dealt with me about is, there are a lot of people who do not get teaching. You get good preaching. I mean, you can get a Hika Messiah, but you are not getting teaching to change your life and for you to be accountable for what God has placed inside of you. That's just what it is. There are things that, again, I learned in my ministry. I learned about spiritual warfare in my ministry. My apostle taught me. Unfortunately, I talk to some people and they're like, what is spiritual warfare? They're experiencing it, but they don't have teaching on it. Doesn't make any ministry bad. It just means that this is an era for the teachers to rise up. Because we noticed, even in this pandemic, especially when we're in the height of it, a buck and a shout and a good preach word, although we need a preacher, wasn't getting people through. Teaching and prayer. And I'm telling y'all know I did the prayer teaching last month. There are people who still don't know how to pray and been in church all their life. That thing shook me when the Lord said it to me. There are people who have been in church all their life and don't know how to pray. They don't know how to get level, nothing. But we run around here playing church and not getting teaching. I am telling you. I'm telling you. And again, you don't have to do it with me, but you need to get a teacher. You, in your prayer time, you need to ask the Lord, send me a teacher. Somebody who's going to teach you sound doctrine and going to hold you accountable to that. So that's all I wanted to say on today. I didn't even think I was going to be on here this long. I've been on 32 minutes. I got oxtails that I got to eat tonight. I know y'all. That's why I told y'all I ain't going to complain about no more gas. I'm not going to complain about no more gas at all. But I just wanted to come on and say that because where God is taking the church, you got to know the marketplace. Because honestly, a lot of the ministries that we sit and we criticize are thrusting and thriving in the marketplace. I'm not going to call any names of leaders because I respect their office too much. But there are some leaders that y'all are constantly talking about who own businesses, who then hire people from their ministries, who are then teaching them about finances and industry in order for money to then be filtered into the kingdom so they can build housing for the poor. So they can also build community centers for the poor. Because the Bible says that we the church, are supposed to be able to take care of the poor. Some of us can't take care of ourselves. And we're talking about we're doing marketplace ministry. You selling bundles and you don't even pay tithe. I'm sorry. That's another story for another day. Because I don't understand how you are in marketplace ministry and you don't tithe off your business or your ministry. I don't understand that. And again, I'm not trying to come for you. I really am not. Now, how can you say you're doing something for ministry and you won't tithe to it? And again, I know everybody got their own little principles and what they're saying about tithes, but I'm telling you now, if everybody decided not to do it, how the lights gonna be on? How y'all gonna cover the food program? How you gonna cover the housing if you're providing housing for people, or the domestic violence shelter? Or is it that you're not doing any of that? You just worried about lacing your own pockets? Because ministry is serving. And it's not serving who you like. Because that's another thing too. Some of us only serve who we like. If we like you, we're gonna serve you. We're gonna go all out. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna make it big. And some of us serve the people we like with more commitment and fervor than we serve God. But again, I digress. So that's all I wanted to say today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But again, I'm an obedient servant. So when the Lord told me to get on, I said, I'm going to get on. Again, y'all know, because I got to say this for the people who came in late. I didn't get on with this on to be cute for y'all. I had just came from the church and we had good church today. And so I don't usually get on like this and all that other stuff, not, because it's not about that. I don't want you to look at me. I want you to look at him when I get on. I don't know about nobody else. I'm not gonna come on here looking crazy, but it's not about me. It's about God. And so we'll see what the Lord, we'll see what happens. But I'm praying that the people are ready and the people are ready to move out in Egypt. Because all of this billions, trillions, and millions that y'all declaring and with no education on how to maintain it is just you talking. If you don't know nothing about a balance sheet, but you telling me that you're a marketplace ministry, there's something wrong. I'm just talking. If you're telling me, because again, all of this stuff is things that we have access to, that the Lord allows us. Google is the best thing ever. YouTube University, all of these things that we have that we don't take advantage of unless it's a means to an end for us. So that's all I wanted to say. I like I said, I'm not wasting my mentor's time tomorrow. I honor her too much to have her waste her oil. I honor her too much. And I'm not saying it's a waste for the people who signed up. I'm not saying that at all. Let me please clear that up. I'm not saying that at all. I think you guys can hear my heart at this point because I know the need and the necessity. I know what God is calling for right now in this hour for us. And some people may say, oh, I don't think I have marketplace ministry. I don't think that's for me. I don't think that relates to me. If you go to somebody's job every day and you are saying that you serve the Most High and that you're a disciple of Jesus Christ, then you are supposed to carry that with you where you go. So if you're telling me that you don't think that applies to you, then I can definitely guarantee then you are not doing the mandate, which is to go out ye therefore make disciples. That's the mandate for everybody. You don't need a title to do that. And that's ministry. And so again, but that's something we got to change our mindset on too. So that's enough for tonight. That's my rant or whatever. And again, I don't know what God is going to do. I'm just doing what he told me to do, which was to come on here. And again, I can't even take credit, y'all. That Apostle Rachel, it was her fault. I don't know if I could tag team with her no more because I tag team with her Friday, Saturday, and then she hit me on Sunday. So I don't know what that's about, but But as we were talking, I said, "Wow!" And the Lord said to me, "People are stuck in Egypt. If you are tired of being stuck in Egypt, you know what your Egypt is, because some of you are talking to the same people." And they don't know as much as you do. You're the smartest person in your circle. And this isn't the time for that. We got to level up for real and mature. And I'm not talking about mature and I'm going to say this because this was my story. I had to learn, and I'm still learning how to merge my mantle because that's marketplace ministry too. I have on here my signature is Prophetess Dr. C. I'm a God's prophet. I'm an earned doctor. I ain't just say I'm an earned doctor. I wrote a dissertation and everything. You can go look it up. It's search my name. See, y'all know my last name. I have to learn how to merge all of that together. What am I saying? I'm not just God's prophet on this little live. I'm not just God's prophet because it's Sunday. I'm God's prophet on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm God's prophet where when I hear his voice, he downloads and I do in where he has me. A lot of us are still living double lives because we don't know how to merge our mantle. Guess who taught me how to do that? My apostle talked to me about it all the time, but it didn't click for me. Because, sometimes you got to keep hearing things over and over and over and over again. And you got to be in a place of spiritual maturity that when you hear things, it finally clicks. See, I wasn't spiritually mature enough when my apostle said it to me a while. And then he said it to me like 15, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times. And then I made a decision that I'm just tired of being disobedient, God. Like, clearly this ain't working for me. And so let me get myself right. Once I made that decision, then I heard it again. It was like, oh, that's what you talk about. I'm prophet every day. I don't, as Apostle Dewan says, I'm not, this is not my saying, that me being a prophet is not a cape. I can't put it on and take it off. I'm prophet all day, every day. And so I say that to say some of you are even struggling with merging who you are, your kingdom identity, with what God called you and assigned you to do. That's why you need to be in the class. Because once you get a revelation of your identity, and get a revelation of how to merge that thing and the power and authority that you have when you get that revelation. That's why the enemy don't want us to get a revelation. And I'm not talking about a revelation of somebody else. I'm talking about a revelation of the power that worketh in you. Some of us are so focused on other people that we don't realize, honestly, half of these people y'all more focused on, if you really tap in, you got more power and authority than they do. Let's be honest. Some of the people that y'all running behind trying to get a prophecy from, if you tap in, you're more powerful than what they are. But we have a problem looking inwardly. Ask me how I know. Telling y'all, I ain't telling y'all nothing I ain't been through. Y'all know I'm very transparent. When I got a revelation of who God called me to be, and I'm not talking about in title, because sometimes we just connect everything to title. When you get a title, your leader confirms you, affirms you, all that other stuff, and who you are as a fivefold ministry gift or whatever. But no, when you get a revelation, when God tells you who you are, and you embrace that, and then you realize how important it is for you to be that way all the time. See, because I'm a child, I grew up, everybody told me I talk too much, I need to shut up. Y'all see here, I'm still on here 42 minutes. Clearly, it ain't changed. So for a long time, I kept my mouth closed because people said I talk too much. When my voice is what God needed in order to set the captives free. Isn't that funny? The one thing I was told that I talk too much and I'm constantly got my mouth open and that I did this wrong and did that wrong, or the very things that the Lord, once I got a revelation of my identity in him, that he's cultivating and using for such a time as this. Y'all wouldn't be talking to me if I ain't had no big mouth. Y'all wouldn't be talking to me if I wasn't real. I wouldn't have over 15,000 followers if I wasn't just telling you how it is. If I was fake, you would know it. I want you to figure out who you are in God, embrace it, and then walk it every single day of your life in every arena and atmosphere that you walk in. That's my assignment. I'm clear. So I love you all. Again, I really do. I love y'all. And honestly, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't push for people to get the development they need. See, because when somebody say they love you, but they don't want you to learn, or they don't want you to develop or mature in a thing, then you got to ask yourself, do they really love you, or they love where you are? They love that level you on. Because when you really love somebody, you're pushing them to levels. You want to see them do greater. You want to see them do better. So when I say I love you, I mean that thing. But that also means because I love you, I want to pull out everything I see in you. I want to make sure that every gift, every talent, everything that the Lord says about you is manifested. And so I love you all so much, so much, so much. And again, I have to say this because people be what you call it. Again, this ain't about money because I know y'all connect profits with money. Yes, I have the economy. I have economies in my belly. That's another story for another day. But this isn't about that because, like I said, I don't do these things to make any money or what you call it. I bless the people that I'm supposed to bless, and I have a whole job that I make really good money on. They take care of me. I got benefits and everything, and my husband got a job. We both go to work every day. So this is not about that. This is about positioning ourselves to be used by God to do what He's called and assigned us to do. So I love you all so much. Have an amazing night. And I pray I see you on tomorrow. Again, the Lord knows. He knows if you need to be there, He'll tug you or not or whatever. But I love you all. Have an amazing night. Take care.